Having been an ambitious person with lots of goals, it's really important to make progress every single day. And with this, you have to know how to eliminate distractions. I've struggled with distractions a lot in the past, up until recently, when I worked on my daily habits and my mindsets. And this is everything that's helped me beat distractions. The first thing is naming it. So, the etymology of the word distraction simply means being pulled away. So, whatever is pulling you away from your goal, you can call it a distraction. Let's imagine you're focused on outreach with clients. You need to target them, compose emails, send the emails out on a regular basis. So anything that's pulling you away from this goal can be considered a distraction. So researching more about the clients or coming up with a different lead strategy is not so much a distraction because everything is pulling you towards this goal, even though it's not the definite tasks, but maybe you have some call, some hobby, some friend that wants to hang out, some different life things. Yeah, you can call these at that moment in time distractions because they are pulling you away from your goal. They are pulling you in different directions that you don't want to go to at this moment in time. So it's very important to name it, to understand what's happening, and then you can eliminate the distraction. Second thing is learn how to feel the pull. So what this means is if we're working on a task for 4 hours straight, you reach a point where you've reached diminishing returns. More effort is not going to get you better results. So you need to take some time, go on a walk, listen to some music, dance, whatever it is. You need some healthy balance because you've been overexposed to this kind of work. So you need to reduce that exposure. Even though you have this long term goal, you've reached your limit for the day. Perfectly fine. But we all know when going into these hobbies or entertainment, whatever it is, it's gone too long. Subconsciously, you can tell when you pick up your phone and you say you want to see what's happening on Instagram or YouTube, you start scrolling. There's this sense of guilt that comes in after a while. You need to learn how to feel that pull of guilt and pause or stop at that moment in time because it's gone from an easy way to decompress to an actual distraction. As a second step, it's important to learn how to feel the pull of distraction, and then you know it's time to step away. The third thing is external reward. So there's this concept in productivity, which is delayed gratification. And I understand that. I respect that. I believe in that philosophy. But as humans, no matter this long term goal we keep thinking about, we need short term results. You want to focus on external rewards. There's this idea in productivity about delayed gratification. I believe in that philosophy, but in actual practice, the human brain wants to see that they are progressing. If not, it's not going to keep doing that effort. It just takes a certain amount of time for the work that you're doing to feel invisible and insignificant. So you need to focus on what is the quickest visible results I can get. Going back to our example of outreach, you might be focused on closing a deal, but just the fact that someone responded to your email after sending 5 or 10 emails out, you need to celebrate that because that makes your brain think, okay, so if I just send 5 emails, I'm going to get a response rather than thinking, oh, I need to send 100, 200 emails before this thing actually converts. Think, I just need 5 emails, get some kind of response, get some kind of feedback. That's all I need to do and focus fully on that. Let's use another example. You want to lose weight, you think about getting your 10,000 steps for the day, or you think about, I want to lose 2 kg this month. Whatever it is, you need to focus on the micro reward. So just going outside, you're going to get some sunlight, you can get some vitamin D, you can get some fresh air in your system. So you need to focus on these tiny rewards rather than thinking, oh, 1 month from now, I'm going to lose 2 kg. What is the benefit of the process of losing these kilograms? Sunlight, better nutrition, eating better food, learning more about your body. You need to focus on these tiny little steps and the benefits that they'll give you, because your brain learns that just doing these small tasks gives me immediate visible progress. And that's all you need before you have your learn. Your brain learns doing this immediate visible task gives me visible progress, and that's all you need for your long-term results. The last thing is, do not identify with your distraction. When we were younger, most of us loved watching cartoons for hours on end. And later, that probably turned into sports, some people the news, some people content creation. But the brain doesn't see all of these things as specific things. All it knows is, I'm getting stimulated, I'm getting dopamine from doing this activity. So identifying with a distracting activity is dangerous because it's harder to separate yourself from that activity. For example, rather than saying, I like playing video games after work and telling people, oh, what do you do for work? I like video games. You're identifying with that. So whenever you're stressed, your brain's immediate thought is, I want to play video games. But what you need to do is, I like decompressing after work. After 4 hours on my screen, I need to step away from screens. You need to start talking to yourself in that way. So maybe learning a musical instrument or getting some sun will be healthier things that would quote unquote distract you rather than running back to something that you know is not good for you in the long term. So learning how to work with your brain, adapting to different kinds of stimulation. And at first, it's going to feel weird, but give it a long period of time. Just go back to the earlier example. Cartoons were like our first stimulation, and now most of us don't watch cartoons because that stimulation has changed. So that is proof that you can change what stimulates you. You just have to make sure that you identify with it in a healthy way. So these are all the mindset shifts that help me get away from distractions. In another video, I'll just talk about actual things I did to feel productive day by day. I'm building a productivity tool called Zendu. Check the link in the description below.